And it really illustrates that energy is life, right? If you think about death, it's a lifeless body with no energy. It's not moving, it's not producing any energy. And so in order to have a high quality of living and a high quantity of living too, right? To live many years, you need energy production. There's another chart in that chapter which shows global energy production, and charted alongside it is lifespan. And it's 1 for 1, right? It's like the M2 and stock market chart, right? They're 1 for 1. Same with energy production and lifespan. And so in order to have all of these luxuries, air conditioning, cars, refrigeration, Zoom chats, right? You need to produce a lot of energy. And so I felt this was an area where I could really appeal to conservatives, and there was room for a coalition because the anti-energy climate fudsters have gone after Bitcoin, and they've gone after the right wing. They've gone after natural gas and coal and oil and those industries. And so there's definitely room for a coalition. And as far as this idea that Bitcoin wastes energy, right? What that argument fails to understand is that this is energy that otherwise would not have been produced. So if you are an energy producer, you face this challenge where demand is volatile. You don't know exactly how much will be demanded and when. You can guess, right? You can use analytics and sort of logic, and you can reason, all right, the hottest times of summer when everybody comes home from work and they're cooking, they're running their AC, they're washing clothes, etc., that's going to be your peak energy demand, right? But other times of the year, it's going to be a lot lower. Or maybe there's a blizzard and everybody's blasting heat, and you need enough energy to satisfy those peaks in demand. But if you're producing that level of energy all the time, you're literally wasting energy. You're losing money, you're burning resources, right? So you don't want this huge mismatch between energy production and then energy consumption. And so Bitcoin miners can step in and fill this gap, right? Because they are willing to and able to consume large quantities of energy at any time and any place, and then they can scale down their consumption with a snap of a finger, right? And there's not massive negative externalities. So if you think of other high consumers of energy, you have hospitals, and you don't really want hospitals to turn off during a blizzard or a heat wave, right? You've got, grocery stores, you don't want them to turn down either. You've got manufacturing plants, which you can't just shut off 5% of a manufacturing plant because it's one unit that works cohesively, but you can shut off 5% of the Bitcoin miners and then run the other 95%, right? Because they're fungible in terms of energy consumption. And so Bitcoin miners fill a much needed role for energy producers in that they give them assurance that, hey, anything I produce that's not demanded by residential or commercial communities, Bitcoin miners will buy all of it. But when demand does increase and I need to service real people with sort of more physical and immediate energy needs, the Bitcoin miners can immediately turn off. And they're oftentimes, one, contractually obligated to do so, and two, there's a natural free market incentive. So when demand for energy increases, energy prices increase. And if your energy price increases as a Bitcoin miner, you're going to be less profitable or even unprofitable. And so you're perfectly willing to turn off during those times. And so it's almost too perfect how Bitcoin and energy markets fit together.